We could talk about this, guys. Okay, so Richard Dreyfuss. We got a lot of older folks in the building. Excuse me, wiser. We have wiser folks in the building. I love y'all. Don't cancel me for saying older. Don't get mad at me. So Richard Dreyfuss is in the news right now for saying that he doesn't like the new diversity rules for the Oscars. Now, this seems a little late on the topic. I feel like they wasn't this talked about like last year? But he says they make me vomit. Okay, a lot of you guys know Richard Dreyfuss, obviously. Richard Dreyfuss is receiving backlash on social media over his comments about his new diversity rules to be eligible for the Best Picture award at the Oscars. Now, I don't remember if a lot of people made a big issue about this I want to say it was last year. I could be wrong though. He said, they make me vomit. Dreyfuss said on PBS's Fire and Lane, this is an art form. It's also a form of commerce and it makes money, but it's an art. No one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give into the latest, most current idea of what morality is. The rules set by the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Science will take into effect in 2024. When posing the question to Dreyfuss, Fire and Lane host Margaret Hoover said, starting in 2024, films will be required to meet new inclusion standards to be eligible for the Academy Award for Best Picture. They'll have to have a certain percentage of actors or crew from underrepresented racial or ethnic groups. Now, what do you guys... I don't think we've talked about this even on the channel at all, but I remember it being implied or at least talked about last year. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am, because I feel like I've heard this story being talked about last year. Dreyfuss added, and what are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that, and you have to let life be life. I mean, there's I don't know. Certain people are going to get offended by this. Certain people aren't. The Jaws actor said that he doesn't think there's a minority or a majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. Am I being told that I will never have a chance to play a black man? Dreyfuss continued. Excuse me? Baking powder? Wait. Am I being told that I will never have a chance to play a black man? Is someone else being told that if they're not Jewish, they shouldn't play the Merchant of Venice? Are we crazy? Do we not know what art is art? That art is art. Excuse me. Hoover followed up with, do you think there's a difference between the question of who is allowed to represent other groups and the case of blackface explicitly in this country, given the history of slavery and the sensitivities around black racism? There shouldn't be, because it's patronizing, Dreyfuss said. Because it says we're so fragile that we can't have our feelings hurt. We have to anticipate having our feelings hurt. Our children's feelings hurt. We don't know how to stand up and bop the bully in the face. Okay. It's an interesting argument. You guys let me know your thoughts, comments, or in the chat. Richard Dreyfuss, from more famously Jaws, but I know he's been around. Oh, what was he in? The one that I saw, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a movie I did not like that much. I thought it was, I don't know. I won't. You guys watch my reaction on it. It's on the channel. But you guys let me know.